This short video is going to demonstrate some of the features in DocumentX 2010 to help you work with tables in the content editors. So I'm going to start right from the beginning and create a brand new table in this empty topic I've got here. So on the ribbon toolbar I've selected content authoring, and I'm going to drop down the insert table picker, and I'm going to choose a 3x2 table as my initial table size. So this dialog allows me to choose an existing table style or to define a new inline style for the table that I'm creating, but I'm just going to go ahead and click OK and create an empty table with the default style for the template I'm using. I'm just going to type some content in these cells so we can see what's going on. So one thing you probably find yourself doing quite often if you're working with table content is trying to apply properties or styles to a number of table cells at once to avoid having to repeat the exercise for every cell in the table. So our table editor provides a number of shortcuts to do that. The first one I'm going to demonstrate is how to select a row. If you drag your mouse cursor to the edge of the row, you can see that the cursor becomes a horizontal arrow, and if I click, that selects the entire row of cells there. And if I then go ahead and apply formatting such as bold, italic or underline, you can see that it applies to every cell in that table, and also I can apply alignment properties directly to multiple cells in that way. And I can also apply styles using the style picker to those cells. So I'm just going to define a background color. Give it a meaningful name so I can recognize it when I come back to it. And I can see that style has then been applied to all of those cells. And the same way as I can select a row by dragging to the left of the table, I can select a column by dragging just above the table. So I select that column of cells and I'm going to apply bold formatting to those. You can also select multiple cells, either a range of cells or a set of individual cells. Now to select a particular cell, if you hover your cursor just to the edge of the cell, it becomes a 45-degree angle arrow, and I can select that individual cell. And if I hover over another cell, if I hold down the control key whilst clicking, I can select a number of different unrelated cells there, and again I can apply formatting or styles to those individual selected cells. If you want to add a new row to your table, you can do it in a couple of ways. You can right click on an individual row, and from the table toolbar that pops up, you can insert a new row either before or after the current row. What you can also do though is just press tab whilst you're in the last cell of a table, and that will automatically create a new row and move your cursor to the next row. That's probably the easiest way to do that. One final thing you can do from that table toolbar that appears when you right click in the content editor is to select the vertical alignment easily for one or more selected cells. So I'm just going to select center alignment for this middle cell, and if I add some additional content to the other cells, you can see that that center cell's vertically aligned to the center and the other ones are aligned to the top by default. So that concludes this short video illustrating some of the table editing features in the content editors in DocumentX 2010.